everybody, welcome back to Children Matter. You're here with Katie-Jayne, and yeah, it's Cocoa morning, so hi. Not prepared in the slightest again, never am for Cocoa morning. One of these days I may be, but yeah, unfortunately that's not going to be one of those days today. Bear with me a sec, you're going to hear this come on a second just while... Yeah. Facebook doesn't like me, so even though it's on mute, it still has to come up and scream at me. So I do apologise for that, guys. Hope everybody's well anyway. Hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday morning. Hi, everybody who's already on. We've got Brett, we've got Darren, we've got Sean, Bad Attitude, and Steve. Hello. So yeah, as I said, really not prepared. Still got makeup on from yesterday. Bedhead like fuck, but why not? So yeah, I'm going to try not to speed through everything like I normally do because, yeah, then you're all just going to miss it. Oh, I forgot to say hello to Liz as well. Hello, Liz. Liz is watching over on Facebook. Actually, on my personal one. We've run a couple of different ones again, as always. I pull it up on VK on my phone. Bear with me. Don't know what it sounds like either. My microphone's all the way across the other end of the room. I need to start writing the dates down on my calendar. What date are we on now? On the 9th. So, I think the next demonstration we've got coming up, by the looks of it, is the 22nd of August in Nottingham. There should be quite a few people down there, so here's hoping. We've got veterans and civvies standing united for a common purpose, which is the children, which is great. Natalie, age 11, still missing from Wolverhampton. Phone was traced to Greater Manchester. I got a message about that actually this morning, which I've sent on to our Oldham lot, because I believe it was in Oldham. But I'll pull that up anyway, because it's a good thing to start on. Right, so let me put the screen on, sorry. So I received this morning. So it says missing child. Natalia, was traced via her phone by Greater Manchester Police. She has no links to anyone there. She's only 11 years old. She left Wolverhampton at around 3:30 p.m. and arrived in Manchester at 8:30. The last ping signal we got was at 12:30 a.m., which shows she was still in Manchester. So obviously, if anyone sees this little girl, the only pictures we can see are literally that. That's all I can see on the pictures, unfortunately. But yeah, be aware for this child walking around in Manchester. I believe it was Oldham, Manchester, but keep your eyes out. This was only put up today, from what I can see. So I'm guessing it was last night or yesterday that she went missing. Unfortunately, this is the only information that I've got as well. I only got this morning, and that was only 20 minutes before running downstairs to do this. So I do apologise that I don't have more information on that, but I'm going to leave that up on screen for a moment anyway. So if everyone, please be aware, anyone up in Northwest, anyone up in Manchester and the surrounding areas of Manchester, please keep your eye out for Natalia. I will get the name right. For Natalia, remember, she's 11 years old. You've got a side profile there of, unfortunately, we don't have much more than that. So I'm going to take that off, sorry. So yeah, we've got a couple more people over on Facebook. We've got Stuart, Mick, and Chris. We've got Paul over on VK. We've got a couple more over on Facebook as well. We've got Linda, we've got Dave, and we've got Kyle as well. So best friend Kyle that's not been seen in ages. I mean, if best friend Kyle wants to come on and say hello, he's more than welcome to, but I doubt you will. I know what you like. So yeah, so we're going to start off on that one, just so it's out there. It's at the beginning of the video. Anyone watching it knows that there is a missing kid actually up in Northwest. So everyone, please keep your eyes out for, obviously, this missing kid. Thank you, Eric, for sharing the stream over on VK. It's much appreciated. Obviously, everyone, if you can like and share, it helps out massively. Yeah, I am going to rant and I'm going to ramble because it's just the way Cocoa Morning works. It's just one of those things that are set up to force himself to do a live. But the community that's built from it, you know, it's amazing. And I can't think of a better community. I did say a couple of months ago that Cocoa Morning was just going to be something that will be just a YouTube thing. It will eventually go back to being a YouTube thing. But while we've got the technology to stream it everywhere, why not? And if you do enjoy Cocoa Mornings and you do enjoy getting involved with the community, then jump over to Children Matters YouTube, because that's where you're going to see the best community. Hello, Sean. Hope everybody's well. We've got Dave listening from Ireland. We've got Natalie joining us as well. So perfect. Everyone's starting to join up. Yes, we have a demo on the 22nd, which is not next week, but the week after on Saturday, which is the 22nd, where everyone will be meeting up in Nottingham. Can we have a call later if you're free? Just in hospital. I mean, that's perfectly fine. You're welcome to call me anytime. Yeah, I mean, my phone's always on anyway, and if it's not on, then there's something wrong on my end. But yeah, you're always welcome to phone anyway. Hope you should still have my number. If not, you've got me on social media anyway. Right, so talk a bit about 22nd. I'm going to go through the demos that we've got listed that I can remember off the top of my head, and the two that I noted down on there, which I'm literally just looking at for the day at the minute. And then we can go on to Natter as well. If anyone's got any topics that they want to talk about or they want Children Matter to cover, then please actually, that's what we want to do. We want to cover the topics that you want to cover. We want to look into things. So we want to do our research into things. And it helps having, obviously, you guys to, tell us what you want. Put suggestions through, put streams through, and, we'll make it happen. So the 22nd, it's the veterans that have put the 22nd together. And I know that there's a couple of people who are frustrated because the veterans are putting something together. And there are a couple of people who are over the moon that the veterans are putting things together. I think it's 50-50 split at the minute. I'm at least going to suggest like it is to make it fair. My opinion on it is, doesn't matter if you turn up late to the party. What matters is you turn up. I'd rather you turn up late than not turn up at all. I've been doing this for fucking ages, and it is frustrating because, I'm doing it for my kids. So the part that I get frustrated about is when, it feels like you're bashing your head against the brick wall, trying to get people to listen, trying to get people to understand. But eventually that does happen. And that's what you need to remember, is eventually it does happen. Eventually people do wake up, do understand, do start to realise the extent of things and try and help in their own way and try and do whatever they can. And I think it's a great thing. I do. I think everyone should be coming together. I think everyone should be uniting. And I do think everyone should be doing their own thing for the kids in whichever way they want to go about it. I do think that we should all be joining together for it, regardless of your opinion of the vets, regardless of your opinion of the civvies. We should be there united together for the children. That's all that matters at the end of the day. A lot of veterans, a lot of squadders are parents. A lot of civvies, a lot of campaigners are parents, and we have that in common. And that, I think that's what we need to remember. If we get angry at people who have woke up late, then we're never going to get people standing with us, because at the end of the day, everyone wakes up at different times, and they wake up to things at different times as well. You can take my case, for example. Before I got targeted by social services, I was one of those people where I would judge. If social services don't get involved for no reason, there's no smoke without fire. I was one of them, and I grew up posh, so that was just me anyway. But I was one of those people too that social services don't get involved for no reason. They don't take your kids for nothing. There's no smoke without fire. That was me. I said all that, and you know what? When it happened to me, I convinced myself that I must just be an anomaly. I must just be that one person that they've made a mistake on. They can't make a mistake with everyone. They can't be doing this purposely. The state don't do that. The state are there to help you. I went through that too. I went to contact centres, and for ages I refused to talk to anyone else in the contact centres because I was adamant that they must have lost their kid for a reason, even though I was in the same contact centre for no reason. So I was one of those people. I'm not proud of it. I can never be proud of the fact that I turned a blind eye to what was going on, and because of that, my kids got targeted. But I was also only human. You can't learn to walk without falling over and someone helping you along the way. You can't learn to ride a bike without falling off it a few times and without someone giving you some advice and some encouragement. You don't learn unless you're forced to learn, unless you're made to learn, unless you actually have to go through it yourself. None of us would be here today or would have left our houses or even been able to get ourselves a glass of water if we didn't learn to walk. And that's how simple it all is. Eric's put over in VK that unity is key, and unity is key. The children are key. The children are what should unite us. The children should unite us in every way whatsoever. And it hurts that we do, as adults, as humans, we do let our egos get in the way. We do let our heads get in the way. We do let our pride get in the way. And we shouldn't do. Because the kids don't care about our pride. They don't care about our egos. They don't care about where our head's at. All they care about is that they have a nice day and can play and can be loved. That's it. So with the 22nd, I'm personally, on behalf of Children Matter, I'm going to ask that everyone who gives a shit about the kids, who gives a shit about unity, puts everything in the past behind them and comes down on the 22nd. That 22nd's not our demo. It was set up by the vets. Many of you know I've got military background myself. My family's still military. So, a lot of my family aren't even woke up to it. Aren't even woke up to what's going on. And they witness me go through it. Everyone wakes up at different times. Whether it's the veterans you're going to support, whether it's the children you're going to support, doesn't matter. Why don't you go down to these demos and network? Give everyone the chance to get to know you, but give yourself the chance to introduce you and your work to everyone you're doing, everyone you're meeting, everything you're doing, every demo you're going to. A lot of people have seen the video that I did, the speech that I did last year on the 4th of July up in Tommy's bus. That wasn't a planned speech. I hadn't planned to go up there. The only reason I went down, bear in mind, I support Tommy's fight for the kids. Anyone's political views I'm not interested in. I'm not. It's got no impact on me. It's got no impact on the kids. The kids don't care about politics, and my only focus is the kids, so I don't care about that. But yeah, I was never planned to speak on that bus. I didn't have anything planned. And that day was the first day a lot of people heard about me, heard about forced adoption, heard about what we do. I remember walking through that crowd to get, because I had to walk through it to get to my train. I remember walking through that crowd, and it took me about half an hour to walk through, and it should have only took me 5 minutes, because of the amount of people who were stopping me and asking me questions about forced adoption, saying they'd never heard of it before, saying they didn't realise all this was going on in the system. And that's the thing, if I didn't go out there, if I didn't speak to people, if I didn't network with people, if I didn't give people the chance, and even myself the chance, because this is a lot of what it comes down to as well, is a lot of it was coming down to me giving myself the chance. If we don't do that, then how can we ask other people to stand with us? Because we need to stand together. We need to unite. We are a family. But we also need to educate people as well. We can't, I'm putting myself in a position where when I first woke up to this, when I first got targeted by social services, I had it all the time. I had people sitting me down and saying to me, how can you expect random people who, like yourself beforehand, don't know anything that's going on in the system, have never had any idea what's going on in the system, have lived in their bubble their entire life, which they are rightly allowed to do. How can you expect them to believe you or trust you unless you're willing to put yourself out there and show them? And that's what a lot of it is. I got taught while I was growing up that actions have consequences. They do. But they're not always bad. A lot of consequences are good. Like a consequence for me putting myself out there, look at the community we built. Now, if you ask me, that's a very, very good consequence to putting yourself out there, is you do build yourself a community. There's negatives to it as well. Like, you do get targeted a lot. But that's one of the downfalls, and you have to learn to adapt to survive. And that's evolution in general anyway. Anyone who's gone to school, anyone who's learned the process of evolution, knows that every species must evolve and adapt to survive. And that's what we have to do as well. I've just seen we've got 2 messages coming up on Facebook as well. I'm watching them. I've not had a chance to read them yet because I was on a bit of a rampage. So let me just go through. I'm going to put Brad on the screen for a minute. So Natalie said, I've seen more of my friends, not from the movement, that they have started. I've seen more of my friends, not from the movement, that have started sharing from non-mainstream media sources, starting to question things. It's so good to see people waking up for the children at last. 100%, Natalie, it is 100%. Right, better late than never, if you ask me. I've met some good friends and people at demos. People have been hurt and abused by the system as children. People that have had their children taken, and people that have shown amazing strength for all. 100% Natalie, I'm with you 100% on that. Obviously, if there's any more comments and everything, make sure you buzz them through. I am going to have to get one of them up on my computer though, because there is one I've forgotten to pull up. So I do apologise, bear with me. Have I got anyone over on the other one? Got Katie-Jayne. You should have 50k subs. I don't get it. It's work. Don't worry. Like, we had a comment put out the other day about. I'm not even going to mention names. I find it comical, the comment that was made in general. But you know what I mean. But a comment was made. I was called No Views Cater, and I have to laugh at it. I really do. I laughed at it because of the hypocrisy of the person who wrote it on the channel that they wrote it on. But yeah, I don't care. I don't care. If you come across Children Matter in your own time, I can and I won't force Children Matter on people. I won't. I want to prove who I am. Actions speak louder than words. Actions do speak louder than words. That was the other thing that I was going to say before when I said about something I was taught throughout my past. And growing up, something that my mum and dad taught me a lot was that actions have consequences. Sorry, I've said that one, but so I'm being thrown up with all the comments. But yeah, actions speak louder than words. They do. Actions do speak louder than words. It's like when I got called No Views Cater. Go look at the work I do. Go look at how much effort I put into it. Go look at the people I network with, the shit I put up with, the amount of shit I learned to be able to do. Go look for yourself. That's all I can really say to it. You know, actions speak louder than words. I may have a bad day every now and again. I may get upset. I may decide, fuck it, today I'm not doing anything. I'm staying away from my phone. I may decide that someone's pushed things too far and I have to go on a little rant and, you know, express how I feel. But if you look at my entire actions, if you look at the actions I always have, they will tell you what my motive is. I don't care about making views. I don't care about the attention. I don't care about drama. I mean, my admins see that more than anyone else because I'm sat there constantly on the other end of the computer going, do me a favour, come and do a live. If you want to do a live, and I happily sit in the background. I tell people as well, I'll sit in the background, I'll do it, you won't even know I'm there, I'll just run it behind it, because it's not about me. Never has been. For me, it's about my kids. It's about their kids. It's about their kids. You know, it's about my bloodline. So, you know, it just like it is for every single one of you. For you, it's about your bloodline, it's about your country, it's about your family, keeping your family safe. That's what parents do. Parents are there to keep their kids safe. They're there to fight for their kids in any way that means. And, you know, I used to say this more when I first started. But, you know, so I can see everything popping up on my screen, so I need to close some stuff down. Sorry. It's probably putting me off. Oh, bless Sean. I will remember where I am in a minute. It's just one of them. I've got a smoke next to me, so I'm going to have to turn my camera off for a second and finish that because it's next to me, it's proper throwing me off. Hey, hells. But yeah. Actions speak louder than words. They really do. And I mean, I'm going to the 22nd because I want to see all you guys. That's what I want to do. I want to see all you guys. I want to stand with you guys. I want to unite with you guys. And I want to give every campaigner, every group, every veteran, every civvy the chance to see what we do, the chance to see who we are, and the chance to take our hand. You know, we're reaching out our hand, and our hand's not going to go. You know, with Children Matter, it's not even reaching out a hand. It's opening fucking arms. You know, we open our arms to you to come and join the family so we can help you. So, you know, by us helping you, it helps us. That's what you need to understand with Children Matter. When we don't bring people on so they can help us, we bring people on so we can help them. And in return, that helps us because children matter is all of us. It's like what I always say about the symbol. You know, let's see if I can get up. We've got faith, hope, and love. And that's what you need to get through life. Not just going through abuse, not through going through suffering, but going through life. That's what it wants. Chris Baldwin has said, you're coming on the 31st later. Of course we are. I'm getting to that. I'm going to go through the demos day by day while I can. But don't worry, Chris. I've not forgotten about that. I am coming to it, and it is on my calendar, Redder. Hello, John, Jason, and Mark. Hope you're well. Oh, that's perfect, Mark. Mark said he managed to keep his girls, but by luck only. But that works. It helps. Sometimes it helps, and I guarantee you that there would have been something more than just luck that would have helped do that. So just cherish them. Cherish your kids, cherish your family, take every moment, every minute with them that you can do. Because at the end of the day, regardless of forced adoption, take the state out of it. There's never enough days in the year for your family. There's never enough hours in the day with your family. There's not. Yes, family are there to wind you up. Yes, they are there to push your limits, to press your buttons, and to see what they can get away with. That's what they do. Us, as parents, throw away the technology. Start actually putting what we can into it. But I'm going to turn my camera off for 1 minute while I get rid of that. Because everyone knows I don't smoke on camera. Everyone knows I smoke, but I refuse to do it on camera. If you don't know why, I'm quite happy to explain why, but most people do anyway. Helen's asking if I'm going on the 5th. I will try. It's just obviously transport-wise, it's different. Big John sent something as well to play through. I will do, Big John. Just bear with me. Let me get this bit out of the way first, and I'll bring you on so you can come and show this off. Right, so the next demo is the 31st. So 31st at 12 o'clock is the next demo. I'll go into proper detail when I come back on camera because it'll probably help a bit more then. Jason's asking for cake with the L. I call Cake Lady for a reason, you know. I hope everybody's well. Any ideas as well, let us know. Candy-Jayne, you're an absolute legend. 1 minute, tell you what. Candy-Jayne, I'm going to, seeing as you're the only one on that YouTube channel, Candy-Jayne, I'm going to give you your spanner. It's only fair. So bear with me, guys, while I just sort this out, because as I said, we're streaming to 7 platforms, so while my camera's off, I'm kind of taking advantage of it. Let's see what we can do here. Why is it not letting me fucking do that? I'm on the right fucking channel. No, I'm not. Right, bear with me. Sorry, Candy-Jayne, I'm on the wrong bloody channel, trying to give you fucking your spanner. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a couple more people over on that channel as well watching. You're just the only one talking, Candy-Jayne. Candy-Jayne's over on my personal YouTube watching. So massive props to you, Candy-Jayne. There you go, Candy. You're all sorted now. You've got full roam with my personal one. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Before I move on properly to the 31st, because I do want to give it my proper attention. So yeah, on the 22nd, please get down there. I'm going to personally put a shout out for anyone there from Children Matter. I know that people have got mixed emotions about it, but please, I'm begging everyone for the kids, put it aside and come and join. Right. I've got none left next to me now, so I should be right for the remainder. Yes, I know the Coke's bad as well, by the way, but it's the only thing I've got in the house, which I don't have to go and put water in for now. So yeah. Right, so the next demo that I want to talk about. I'm new to tech, I'm on the right side. Well, it looks like you're over on the Facebook one, but you're popping up on my screen anyway, so don't worry about it. You're on the Children Matter Facebook. For the kids, hypocrite. I mean, would you like to elaborate? I mean, as I said before, actions speak louder than words. So if you want to go back and actually have a look at what I do, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I mean, it's one of them. Don't want to be here. Don't care about the fight. Don't have to be here. No one's forcing you to be. But yeah, I mean, if you'd like to elaborate on it, I'm sure we can all have a good giggle. Yeah, till the 31st. At 12 o'clock, everybody's going to be meeting at Preston Town Hall. And that is for A Voice for Ellie, for Justice for All, actually, I think it is. Yeah, which is going to have, it's mainly based off the Justice for Ellie. So I believe it's going to be a Justice for All one. Oh, Helen, it's on Facebook, don't worry about it. Coca-Cola Morning with Katie-Jayne. It should get changed to that, to be honest, Jason. But yeah, so yeah, if you can you are in the Northwest, even if you are travelling, if you can get down to Preston Town Hall on the 31st, it would be greatly appreciated. We do need the support there. You know, we are trying to raise awareness for all the kids that are being targeted and that are, you know, yeah, are being abused, are suffering at the hands of monsters, at the hands of perpetrators that should be locked up behind bars, and the state are doing nothing but protecting these people, which we shouldn't be allowing to happen. The state should not be allowing the abuse to continue. The video I sent you is very related to Ellie's case. What video have you sent me? Let me have a look. Let me just have a look, see what it is. Too much crap up on here. The only thing I'm thinking, John, is it's a political video, isn't it? Let me have a look. What I might do, John, is have a look and see if I can cut it down, because it's a half-an-hour video, isn't it? Unless you've got a specific time that you want me to have a look at. Right. You look familiar, actually. I know you. Huh. Well, you've confused me a bit more, Barry, because it turns out I actually know you, and I've actually met you a couple of times, and you've actually took my picture up at Tommy's demo a couple of times as well. So I'm even more confused now behind your comment, because I do actually have a lot of respect for you and the work that you do. So I'm wondering what on earth could have possessed that comment. That's one thing I'm struggling to understand at the minute is I'm seeing it more and more, right? You're seeing a lot of campaigners who are all of a sudden bitching, slagging off, targeting, mocking, bullying, whatever you want to call it. It's got a lot of names to do a lot of different things. They're actual supporters. And it confuses me. It really confuses me that you see people that you respect, people that, you know, do a lot and you have, you know, that you support, actually turn around and go, no. That might be a better idea, John. It might be an idea after this stream if I set you up with one so you can run through that video. That might be an easy thing to do so it doesn't take up the whole stream, because there's a couple of different things, a couple of different demos, and I don't want to be on Coco Morning for hours, to be fair. But yeah, if that's all right, if you're doing this, setting up a stream after, then we'll get that sorted. My son has been abused. I'm alienated and feeling useless. Unfortunately, darling, that's how we all feel when we're going through it. We do feel useless when we're going through it, and we do feel ashamed and embarrassed, and like there's nowhere else to turn. But there's us. You know, there's loads of campaigners out there. There's thousands of campaigners and patriots and justice fighters who all stand there with you. that all fight with you. And we've got one of our admin who's currently going through something similar where her child's being abused or has been abused. I don't want to go too into the situation, probably because I don't know it all fully. But we've got an admin in the similar situation where her kid's being abused, and it's knowing where to turn to, knowing where to get that justice from, where to get that advice from, and where to actually get the help from. So yeah, 31st. You need to get down there for the 31st. If you're in the Northwest and you can make it down to the 31st, then please make it down to the 31st. That's at Preston Town Hall. I will be putting posting events up on the Children Matter pages as well, so that you'll be able to see them. Let's have a look. No worries. Big John will be coming on and doing a stream about that link it sent me as well, so I'll be able to go through that with you in a bit more detail. Let's see how Candy Kane's getting on. Awesome, Candy. So yeah, we've got the 5th of September coming up as well. The 5th of September is down on, well, it's down in Dover. I should have been prepared for the times. If anyone's still on and they know the times and dates for the protest on the 5th for the the Dover protest, then please let me know in the comments and I can let everyone else know. Oh, Paul's joined. I've not seen you in a while, Paul. I hope everybody is well. I'm sorry, I'm dotting through all this at the same time, so I do apologise. But so we've got 12 noon. I believe it's Ports, like on the. Well, you have to let me know the location. I can't remember the location. I've got it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. 12 noon, 5th of September, in Dover. I'm sure it's on the port. I'm sure they said it was on the port where they were meeting up. I will make sure to put that up as well so everyone knows. Yeah, and then we've got the 19th of September as well, which we're setting up. There we go. Come to save the day. Right, so it's 12 o'clock, 5th of September at Dover Docks. So make sure you're there if you can get down there. Nobby and Active are already down there, and I know there's campaigners that have been going down there as well. It has been too long, Paul. Well, you know where I live. Your brother used to live here before I did. Yeah. So one thing I love about this house, free past I'm the third campaigner to live in this house. And this, like, none of us knew each other until, well, last year. And yeah, turns out 3 of us have lived in this exact same house. So this must be the house of the campaigner. Great. Darren said, yes, that's right. I'm a friend of Sharon Blackman in Harrogate. I help and advise. I struggle. I need direction. Sean, would you be able to add him to our chat group? That might be ideal. If you add you to our chat group on WhatsApp, there might be a couple on the team that can help you and advise you on different things, or at least give you, some support. The other demonstration that we've got going on in September, I'll put it up on the screen because it's probably the only one I can put up on the screen. Just depends if I can find it. Is this one. So, Unite for the Children. So 19th of September this year. So you've got a month anyway, month and a bit. At Swinton Town Hall, postcodes on there as well. So that's M275DA. And that's at 12 noon. We'll be meeting up at the Town Hall. So if you can get down there, please get down there. The Mad Viking we're speaking to him yesterday, and he's going to be trying to help us get the numbers down here for that day as well. We've been speaking to Patriots Unite as well, who are also going to be making their way down. So it should be a bigger turnout this time. Obviously, if we get the amount of people down there, we can take over the town hall. If we get the amount of people down there, but we need people to start showing up at the kids' demos. We need kids' demos to start being a justice for all demos. And yeah, start uniting and bringing people together, because it's what it's about. We can't just sit back and wait. We kind of need to encourage that bond with other campaigners, with other groups, That's what we need to do. It's what I've been doing. I've been giving people. I mean, I make it sound like I've been doing something. I've not. I've been giving people the chance to actually get to know me, to see who I am, to see what I do, to see everything that we've all been going through, and then to work together for a common goal. It's really annoying me, right? It's not that but I've got a piece of makeup just randomly fucking sticking on my eye, but it's fine. It's fine. Right. But the children matter more because they need our protection. Well, children always matter. If you ask any parent, mum or dad, grandparent, if you said to them out of your household, what's the most important thing? They'd probably say their kids. If they were being genuinely honest with themselves, then they would say the kids. At the end of the day, kids haven't got the ability to protect themselves. They haven't got the ability to keep themselves safe. And a lot of them don't have the ability to actually talk about what's going on. I mean, when I was being abused, I didn't exactly find it easy to talk to people about it. I still don't find it easy to talk about. My other half doesn't know a lot of what I went through. He knows the gist of what I went through, but he doesn't know the detail of what I went through. He doesn't know the extremes of what I went through, and that's something that I've always kept to myself because that's personal with me. It's something I still struggle with myself. I still struggle coming to the fact that anyone could do that, let alone, that they can do it to kids. I wasn't a kid when it happened. Legally, yeah, but I wasn't. I was a teenager. I was practically an adult. I was nearly an adult. I was 16, so, technically an adult anyway. We need to be there for the kids because, last thing I want is for it to happen to my kids, for my kids to end up in a situation where they're being abused, they're suffering, whatever. I'd hate for them to be in a situation like a lot of us have been through and then have nowhere to turn like we have. When we've been there and we've had nowhere to turn, no one to help us, no one to give our support or show support, I'd hate for my kids to go through that. I'd never wish that on anyone's kids for them to go through that alone. Like what we've done, like a lot of us have done and still doing. If my kids get to that point where it happens to them, then I failed. If we don't have shit like this everywhere, families like this everywhere, united to help people suffering go through what they're going through, get their justice, survive, and become a survivor, then I'd have failed. Because the whole reason for me doing this, the whole motive behind every single thing I'm doing, especially with this is the only way my kids are going to get to know me. But it's also the only way I can parent my kids. Just because my kids aren't here now doesn't mean I'm not a parent. Doesn't mean I stop being a parent. It means that I have to parent them in a different way for a different time. I have to parent this. What I'm doing now is me trying to parent my kids when they're adults, when they become parents, if they ever find themselves in a situation like this. This is me playing the role of parent then. I just have to do it differently to a lot of other people. And with my health conditions, chances are I'm not going to be around. So this could be my only way that my kids get to know who I am, who their mum really is, what their mum actually cares about, what their mum actually fought for. This is the only way. So what? I have to parent my kids in a different way. It means I have to become inventive. But it also means I don't just fight for my kids. It means I fight for everyone's kids, every future generation, everyone who's ever been abused, everyone who's trying to save themselves or trying to save someone from being abused. It's got to be done. It's got to start from somewhere. Everyone's got different talents and different ways that they can do things. And it's about enhancing what you can do. Some people are better on technology, then enhance it, then become the technological side of it. If you look at Children Matters admin, we've got a lot of them in the chat. We've got a moderator admin. They get their spanner and they have free roam. They get to help out and help me out to do this, and they keep the community going. Our tech admin have built this community. Without them, the community probably wouldn't exist. The comments probably would never be there. So everyone has a reason. Some people are better at speaking than others. Some people are better at holding a temper. Some people are better, physically. Everyone has something that they can do. Everybody has, a talent, an ability that they can do that other people can't, where they can throw their 2 pence in, where they can help. So, like, for example, let me take Great Brit as an example. He's great with technology, so he makes our intros for us. He also built his website and put our stuff on the website. I don't know how to go about doing that with merchandise, and he went straight ahead and did it. No worries, Darren. Mark said, with social workers, it's about luck, I think. Only 1 in 10 put the effort in and use common sense and don't destroy lives. I can partially agree with you. The problem is the managers that don't actually see you and your kids and see you with your kids. They're the ones who actually make the decisions and decide who can keep and who can lose. And sometimes it comes down to luck. Sometimes it comes down to actually getting a decent social worker amongst the many, many bad ones. But sod it. Chris has said, hun, you talking will hopefully give people that are going through the same situation as you have the power to speak up. Well, sometimes that's what it's about. That's why we bring people on Children Matter. That's why we invite people to come on and to do their videos and to get their truth out there, to get their voice heard. Because whether people like it or not, everyone's got the right to freedom of speech. Everybody's got the right to put their side across. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, everyone still has the right to put their side across, as long as they're not causing other people harm, which is what we try not to do. Obviously, we're not a professional platform. We're not a professional team. We're a team built up of survivors and parents. That's all we are. We're just a family built up of survivors, of people who have experienced it, of people who've gone through it, and people who actually want to change the system for the better for the children. That's who you're going to find. Yeah, mistakes get made every now and again, and we do try to rectify them as best as we can. I mean, we're not mind readers. We're not fortune tellers. We don't have our own crystal balls. You find them in the town halls, apparently. Morning, Tracy. But yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? That's why we need to unite. That's why we need to stand together. I mean, this year, even through lockdown, you've seen groups come together. You've seen people unite, and you've seen people actually give a shit. I think that's the best way to put it. You've actually seen people give a shit. And for as long as I've been doing this, there's not many people that give a shit. You had the forced adoption family, they were forced adoption. You had the veterans, they were veterans. You had the Brexiters, they were Brexiters. Everyone stuck to their groups, everyone stuck to what they knew. If they spoke to another group, it was, oh yeah, they're really nice, but I don't know, good on them, but it's not my thing. That's the sort of thing you were getting. Or the most common one, when we've dealt with our cars, then we'll help you deal with your cars. That I say bullshit. I do. That I say bullshit. Because if we don't get it sorted together, united as one country, as one unit, as one family, then one cause will probably get dealt with, and the rest of us will just be left to hope. And hope's not a bad thing, but when it comes to the kids, hope ain't enough. We need more than just hope and keeping our fingers crossed that eventually the kids will be heard. Well, the kids are being heard now. And every children's rights group, every person out there fighting for the kids, they have an opportunity. Now's your opportunity. People are starting to listen. People have woken up or waking up to it and have woken up to it. So take advantage of it. Not in a bad way, but take advantage of it. They need your expertise. You need their support. Compromise. Put the effort in. Stand back and think to yourself, I need their help. They need my help. I could sit back and go, well, no, you help me and then I'll help you. Or you can be the bigger person. You can be the parent and go, you know what? I'll help you. And if after I've helped you, you decide that you want to stand with us and you want to unite with us and you want to help us, then fucking great. Perfect. You'll be family for life. But if you don't want to, then that's fine. I did my bit. I helped. I did what I thought was right. I put myself out there. I helped. I did whatever. Did the best I could. And so what? If they didn't help me, they didn't help me. Well, you know what? I didn't change myself. I don't see a point in... Was it Indian helping? I know Indian giving. But, I'm thinking Indian helping is probably going to be the best way to describe it. I don't have any interest in only helping people if they help us. I don't have any interest in that. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I help people and they don't, it's like a slap in the face and I'm sat there and I do think to myself, why did I even bother? But then I have to remind myself, I bothered because for the kids. That's why I bothered. The real reason why I went forward and did that, no matter what I told myself, was because of the kids. Because the kids needed it, because the kids needed to stand there. So, regardless of people standing forward and help us, like if I go down on the 22nd, if I am going down, when I go down on the 22nd, if no one wants to come and support us and stand with us on the 19th, then so be it. Okay. That's okay. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to be okay. Maybe next time. I'm not going to stop helping people because I want them to help me. Because if we all acted like that, then no one's going to get any help. No one's going to unite. And it's just going to keep the groups at bay. And the kids need us now. The kids need us now more than ever. So if we can't stand together now for the kids through everything, regardless of fucking politics, regardless of fucking anything, then why are we doing this? In all honesty, why are we doing this? Because there's going to be kids and survivors that are attached to those groups that don't know we exist, that need our help. And if we don't put ourselves there, if we don't go out there and introduce ourselves and explain who we are and show them who we are, then they're not going to get the help that you could offer them. They're not going to get the support that comes with it. But not just that, but there could be people in those groups that follow those groups that you need help from and that you'd like to meet. Take it as an opportunity. Not everyone gets along. Yeah, we get it. Not everyone has to get along. Not everyone has the same opinion. We don't need to have the same opinion. We can just agree to move on. We can just agree to leave it be. Is it okay to mention the peaceful protests that are going on in every city in the UK worldwide on the 22nd of August? We have been doing, we have actually been talking about the 22nd because the veterans up in Nottingham are putting a demo together on the 22nd as well. So we have been speaking about that, as well as the protest on the 31st in Preston at the Town Hall, as well as the 5th of September at 12 at Dover Port, and the 19th of September, which is up here in Swinton at Town Hall. Simon, thank you for joining us. But yeah, I think we need to be there. I think we need to be there. I think we need to show our face. I think we need to put our 2 pence in. And I think we need to show people that, no, we're not just saying we're here. We are actually here. We're not after support. We're not after voices. We're not after views. We're just here to leave our message, fight for our justice, fight for our kids and our country. And rightly so, we should be allowed to do. As long as we're not hurting anyone, as long as we're not targeting anyone, then what's the harm? We're doing this for our kids. And that's what it's about. That's all it's ever been about. It's the only reason for ever starting this was because, our kids were being targeted by the family courts and social services through forced adoption and through forced foster care. I posted info on almost every site I visit. Thanks, Claire. But yeah, Chris has said as well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you choose to turn your back on all children, you're as bad as the people doing the harm because you're allowing it. Make a stand, make your voice heard. I agree with that. I don't think it's people not standing with kids. I think it's tension and frustration from the length of the battle that a lot of us have been doing this for. But then again, so are the veterans. You know, I mean, I said it actually beginning of the year, I said it last year. I've said it a couple of times, to be fair. Coming from a military background myself, with my family still being military, you know, I don't think veterans should be out there fighting on the streets. I think our soldiers should be allowed to have more of a voice, but I do get the restraints that the job actually holds on their lives. But it's one of them. I don't think the veterans should be out on the streets in the first place. I don't think they should ever have been prosecuted. I think they should be allowed to live their retirement, especially the veterans that we've got that have fought in Iraq, Afghanistan, Northern Ireland, that have lost countless friends, brothers in arms, sisters in arms. You know, and coming out and doing this, it brings a lot of it back for people. And then to find out that while they were actually fighting for their country, thinking that they were doing a good thing, their state was taking advantage of them and abusing their families and their children. I think what I'm trying to say is my message to everyone would be try to be a bit more understanding of where people are coming from and what's happening. At least people are waking up. Yeah, they may be late to a party, but at least they're showing up. You know, and I don't want to push people away. I don't want to discourage people from waking themselves up and doing their research, because that can happen. It's happened to me. I had to go up because I didn't know certain things about certain subjects and certain cars. And at first I was starting to dig into it. And then I started getting the messages basically blaming me for what they were going through because I wasn't aware of it. So I stopped. I stopped my research. And I said, so if you don't want my support, you don't want my help, and you don't want me to wake up, then I won't. It's how it's going to work. And it's the same for us. It's human nature. You tell someone they can't do something or they shouldn't do something, then they're going to turn around and say, well, fuck you then, I'm not going to. We need to be encouraging people to come to all these campaigns. We do need to. I mean, you meet some amazing people on these campaigns anyway. And I'm hoping, like my personal hope, I'm hoping that the 22nd is a day, first day of many, for many. Obviously, for some of us, it's not, but for many, it's going to be. I'm hoping it's the first day of many where unity is actually there, where people are actually standing united, shoulder to shoulder, veterans and civvies, survivors and victims, you know, stood united for the kids, because that's all that matters. That's all that's ever mattered is the kids. And if we can't put everything aside for them, then we are going wrong somewhere. But yeah, it's a hard thing. It's a hard situation. It's a hard cause to go through, and none of us survivors want to be up there telling our story, telling you about when we were victims, putting ourselves back in that victim state of mind, because that's what we have to do when we tell you what we're going through, what we've been through. We do have to put ourselves back in that victim state of mind. Even if it's just to observe what we were like in that state of mind, it's a still touch and go subject. I've done it myself. I found myself in it before, where I've told someone about my abuse, and all of a sudden I've reverted back into being that victim I was. Hi, Bobby. I hope you're well. I've got Bobby Blair over on Facebook with us. I was having a natter at a couple of the different demos that we've got going on. Well, we've got coming up. By the looks of it, September this year is going to be a massive turnout, and I want to encourage everyone to come down there. Like we do this demo every year. We've done it sometimes a couple of times a year. We've actually not touched Swinton Town Hall in a year now, and by the time we go back there, it would have been just over a year since we were last there. Obviously, a lot of shit went down last time. We had a couple of people who seriously took advantage of what we were trying to do and made a mockery of everything we're trying to do, which left us no choice but to put the camp down. I'm not going to go into who's, what's and details. That's between, obviously, everyone that was there at camp and the two individuals that I have not forgiven for it, and I will not forgive. And they won't even acknowledge what they've done. They've not apologised for what they've done. They've not even acknowledged what it was that they were doing. They don't see no wrong in it. So until then, I'm distant with them. But yeah, obviously, the video I did with Jimmy the other day, it goes into more detail of why Swinton's important. We did play a video by Jodie that was done last year. Well, actually, the end of last year. He was a 15-year-old girl who's been abused by her adopters since the age of 8, since she was adopted. There's her, and there's also Shannon, who turned up in July last year. And then there's also the fact that every time we've had survivors up there, we've had the state going completely up. What's this? I know that Liz is watching because she's just sent me a message. I do know it's Marta. I'm fully aware. I recognise his face straight away. That's why I said I'm a bit confused of where that comment's come from, because I actually support what he does. I actually admire the work he does, and he's took pictures of me that we've used, when we've been at demos. So I'm confused over it myself, to be fair. But I'm sure there's an explanation for it somewhere, I'm guessing. But hey ho, can't please everyone. The bit of research might go a long way in this case, I suppose. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave it up to Marty or Barry, whatever he wants to go by, to do some research. And fuck knows, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. What's this? Google enforced adoptions. Oxford Proof found most of the court psychiatrists have no qualifications, solely grounds for retrials. That's actually 100% right. And we've found that actually a couple of times in regards to the court psychiatrics. And yeah, the court psychos, I call them. It is actually well known that they do hire unqualified psychos to come and do the psychiatric evaluations, and all it is, and mine was 4 hours long. It was just a meeting in a room in actually my solicitor's office. Yeah, that was it. Bearing in mind I'd been under mental health for a good few years due to my late fiance being killed in front of me and me suffering PTSD. So I'd already been under mental health for a while, still have plenty of reports that say I don't need medication. They refuse to put me on any medication, that they've, God knows how many times, tried to discharge me, and I wouldn't allow it because we weren't through court and I knew what was coming with the psycho report. But no, I got to the point where they literally had to sign me off and then come up to me, give me the paper and say, you signed off, you're not under us anymore. Wake Up UK, how's the website coming along, Katie? Why not screen share it to show people that didn't see last time? I will put it up in a minute, because I don't know if anyone's ever seen the website. I have got a lot more still to do on it. I need to sort the events page out on it. Philip, it's a warped opinion, Barry, unless you provide proof, otherwise it's slander. Don't worry about it, Phil. Honestly, don't worry about it. There's a lot of stuff out there already that shows what I've been doing over the last God knows how many years, and who I am as a person. Also, wanted to go the extra mile. Go and try and get a police report, because it doesn't even exist under my name. Yeah. Actions speak louder than words, and I mean, the only thing anyone's going to find on me is, well, everyone already knows. My kids were taken by social services, which everybody already knows anyway. It's because he is saying you're friends with Jordan Hagen. But I mean, I can tell you now, I'm not friends with Jordan Hagen. I just have a lot of people on my Facebook, and if they have over so many mutual friends, I don't even look at the name. I press accept, like a lot of people do. Seeing as I don't use Facebook, seeing as it's just there for an advertising tool. If someone gets, for example, if someone's got over 120 mutual friends with me, I don't even check the name. I don't even check the profile. I just clicked accept, because I don't care about Facebook. Facebook is absolutely fuck all to do with me. I don't like it. It's shit. It's censored. You get bell ends on it everywhere. I'm not interested in Facebook. So if you want to look at who my actual friends are, best thing you can do is have a look and see if I've got their number. Because if I've got their number, then they're a friend or their family. If I don't have their number, then chances are I don't know who they are. You know, just saying. Who's bringing him into it now? Apparently, that's why Barry's saying what he's doing, calling me a fucking hypocrite. But if Barry would like to do some research, you know what? Sorry, Marty. If Marty would like to do some research on Jordan Hagen, which I did and a lot of other people did, which is why, you know, we're not getting involved in it. It's why we have nothing to do with it. You'd actually see that he was 13 and he slept with his cousin who was a couple of months younger than him. But because he had social services already involved, because they needed someone to pin it on, he went on the, was it map? I don't know. I don't care. But that's why he got put on there. Knowing, working with social services, seeing what they're like firsthand myself, I can tell you that that's exactly what they do. That's exactly how they work. And you know, they were both underage, both of them. You know, so go on about targeting a kid. You're targeting someone for what happened to them while they were a kid and what was put on them because of it. Helen said Mappo in it. I don't know. With this situation, it's one of them where I don't care because he needs to out it himself. He needs to put everything out there to put it to bed. I'm not involved with it. I don't know the situation. I'm not involved with it. From what I do know, it was two kids that were pissing about. Yeah, and they were related, and that's what the issue came from. Their age, both their ages, and the fact that they were related. And that's why he ended up being put on the report, because he was the older one. And it could have been her, could have been your kids, could have been anyone's kids, especially in this day and age where kids are losing their virginity at fucking stupid ages. So it's one of them. You don't need to answer him. No, I'm not answering him. It's just one of them. I'm just going off what I know, and I don't know him. I've not spoken to him. If I can remember, I can be aware of. And yeah, if he's on my friends list, chances are he had over 100 and somewhat mutual friends, so it just got accepted and I wasn't paying attention. I don't care about Facebook. But yeah. If anyone wants any more comments on that, check out the YouTube video, the YouTube live comments, because yeah, Sammy's just put some more info in there. But regardless, go look at my actions. My actions speak a hell of a lot louder than, well, your words, to be honest, or anyone else's words who think that I'd actually stand up for a monster. Yeah, I've got no interest in protecting people who hurt kids. But nothing to do with you, so why someone calls you a hypocrite is ridiculous. Oh, no. Some people just think that we're supposed to know every single person on the planet and who they are and their history. I don't know. As far as that, Barry could be a fucking robber. We don't know. No one fucking does. That's the point. But as she said, every survivor knows that we have to break the cycle of abuse to be able to live a proper life. 100% we do. Can't put my lid on. But yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. And yeah. Shit needs to be, wrongings need to be outed. That's it. Wrongings need to be outed. Wrongings should be outed. End of. Completely not end of. I mean, people would have seen the post that I put up the other day with the fucking Robert Thornton. If anyone wants an interesting read, Google Daniel Thornton. Just Google Daniel Thornton. Because if you Google Daniel Thornton, or even better, Google Larisse Simpson. Google Larisse Simpson. A couple of people would have seen her name floating around everywhere anyway. But if you have a look at Larisse Simpson, you'll see that she put a post up saying that her baby's dad wasn't a paedophile. And blah, 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 and standing up for him and protecting him. So we decided to do some research and do some digging. Daniel Thornton, as it happens, was arrested and put in prison for giving an 8-month-old little girl a black eye which extended from her right eye through to her ear. Damien Thornton. Sorry, Damien. I'll put the name up. But put the name, Damien Thornton. So my apologies for that, Damien Thornton. He gave an 8-month-old little girl a black eye which went from her right eye all the way to her ear. He gave this 8-month-old little girl 3 broken ribs. His answer was the 8-month-old little girl walked into a door. So if you wanted to have a look at someone who actually does protect people, monsters, child abusers, then have a look at the name that's on the screen. Have a look at Larisse Simpson, because you'll see what I mean. How in God's name, but actually before I go on to that, the hypocrisy of it is, she's purposely putting posts up there saying he's not a pedo, he's not this, and someone's going around calling him a pedo to throw people off the fact that he is a child abuser. That, yeah, he didn't rape or molest this 8-month-old girl, but he did batter her and break her bones. An 8-month-old child. I don't know about anyone else, but I think someone who can try and throw fake news out there like paedophilia, to throw people off the fact that actually he still did something equally as brutal, if not more. But one of those broken ribs could have killed that infant. That black eye could have broke that infant's skull. Yeah, we're seeing this Larisse Simpson trying to protect someone who beat up an 8-month-old baby. Now, that's someone who protects a child abuser. Shall we put his picture up, shall we? Shall we have a look? See if I can pull the article up for you. Sammy, where did you send it, Ma? Right. Just as bad covering for a sitcom. It 100% is. Hence why I'm bringing it up. I don't have any tolerance for people who protect child abusers. None. Especially not when the silly little mayor decides that she's going to start getting gobby with me. And she's got that on her back. Don't protect children. And then try and play smart and try and intimidate. And yeah, badmouth people who actively out these people. What? I didn't see the motive behind it, but clearly there was one. Let me get it up. Oh, I've been sent something. What's been sent now? I have found the post. Bear with me. I've just been sent something. Oh, I'm on someone's TV. Oh God, that means you're watching. Oh God, I'm being watched on TV. Right. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. I'm not encouraging anyone to go and take any action against this person. I'm not encouraging any harm to come to this person. I just want people to be aware of what this monster is, so that children and the children can get protected from monsters as such. So that's Damien Thornton. If it lets me turn the page. Close-up mugshot. Please share. Manchester update. Damien Thornton has been released after serving half of his 3-year prison sentence after 8-month-old girl sustained severe bruising and 3 fractured ribs. An 8-month-old girl sustained severe bruising and 3 fractured ribs after the man hit the youngster because she would not stop crying. Damien Thornton struck the toddler in a flash of anger, Southampton Crown Court was told. The child was taken to hospital with a large bruise spreading from above the right eye to the right ear and 3 fractured ribs. Hornton of Hampton Towers, Weston, was convicted of willfully assaulting a child who cannot be identified for legal reasons. He was jailed for 2 years. That, for a start, is not long enough. Thornton had denied the allegation, saying the child had hit its head on the door, but had been found guilty by a jury at previous hearing. That's all there is. That's all who's protecting him. They're all same one. They're all same person. That's obviously wrong because I can't figure out what's happened to her face. No offence to that last, but you can't exactly put gorgeous girl on something when it looks like one of your eyeballs is trying to escape into the other. And yes, I am being harsh. I don't care right about now because child abuser. Don't agree with it. The abusers and their protectors are equally guilty, 100%. Clare's Law enables you to request if a person has a criminal record for domestic violence. It's our freedom of information. That is 100% right, and I encourage people to do it, especially if they come across people like this. Obviously, it's not something that we should have to do, but when there's people like that behind the scenes that protect children, and yeah, I have no words for if anyone wants a laugh, that same lass, yeah. Put it this way, if anyone wants any information on this lass, then by all means, feel free to message me or the team. A lot of us has been going into a couple of digging about her, found some pretty interesting information, and yeah, the current person she's seeing, I know everything that there is to know about him because I had a kid with him. So bring it. Sammy, email me. Awesome. Thank you for that. Oh, Jacka. We're not going to be on for much longer anyway because we have been on for a while, and I know Cocoa Morning does drag on a bit, but I know that John wants to come and have a chat about one of the videos as well. Brett, your claws are out today, Kate. Oh, nah, Brett. I'm just amused by it all. I do think it's kind of amusing when you've got people who actively protect brutal child abusers, baby abusers, because let's face it, 8-month-old baby, not even a toddler. So I've got no tolerance for baby abusers whatsoever. And the messages she sent provoked an investigation into her, which in 5 minutes later landed, all the current info regarding this monster. And this is from the same area where I'm at as well, so everyone needs to be aware of this guy. And if they see him hanging around teenagers or they see him with a child, then they do need to do some reporting. Last thing we want is another child to end up in hospital. Looks like Jason's going live as well at 2 p.m. I might come on and join you, Jace. Yeah. So before this live goes too off the rails, because, it does sometimes. Not like we're asked, but, I'm not even checked to see if Candy said anything else. Sorry, Candy. I've got John Lawrence on there as well. Got Lily on there as well. Hi, Lily. I'm just seeing all the comments popping up. Where's he from again? Well, it says Manchester on there. It did have a bit more info, didn't it, actually, than that? Let me have a look. I doubt it'll be there now. I don't exactly want to send people around looking for it, so I might just leave it at Manchester, but the post is right down the bottom. So bear with me a sec. Gotta say, I'm buzzing with Tim Scott and his missus got the hoodies yesterday, so I'm buzzing because they've sent pictures through that. It's great. I'm not going to look back through all of them, Candy. It might just be worth jumping it back a bit beforehand. From Southampton, living in Manchester. That's what it says. But yeah, these are the real people. It's also on my Facebook page as well, the information and the posts that were already put out there, which is already in the public domain, which should be fun. Just to be a little bit bitcher, I am concerned about if she has got children with her now. Not because of my daughter's dad, because dad, I know he's fine. However, there's stuff I could still throw in there if I wanted to, but I'm not that sort of person. But no, I am concerned. I mean, if she could let someone break kids' ribs and give them black eye and then still stand up and protect them, then I am concerned. Again, not over her current partner. Couldn't give a shit about him. I could knock him out if I wanted to. Just not to worry about with him. But I am concerned about her and her ability to parent due to the fact she did put children in the way and then protect them anyway, from a convicted baby abuser, baby batterer. So, yeah, if she's got kids, then I'll be extremely surprised because that shouldn't be allowed. You should not be allowed to. I mean, look at the amount of people who've lost their kids for loving them too much, for giving them a good education, for teaching them their manners, for teaching them respect, for teaching them to be clean and hygienic and polite. Those kids are being targeted and taken. And on a serious note, if pricks like that get to keep their kids, then there's just a plain example of seeing first-hand, real time that the system's fucked up and allows people who shouldn't be allowed near kids to keep kids. And now we're supposed to be fighting for our kids. Aren't we supposed to be fighting to protect the kids? But as you said, it's not bitchy, it's a real concern. Well, I guess so. She might think it's bitcher. But it's like she sent me some pictures, you see, at 3:00 in the morning. And my phone's always on. I didn't even wake up to the call, didn't wake up to the pictures, anything. But yeah, she sent me a couple of pictures of her with my daughter's dad. You know what? She sent them, so clearly she wants me to have them. So I'm just going to share them with my family. I'm going to show you one of them. You'll see what I mean with this one, that her eyes trying to escape into the other one. But she sent me a load like this, yeah. Blah, not asked. Don't bother me. But I never actually sent my reply, you see. Because I wanted to say to her, I wanted to send her a reply and I wanted to say to her, look, love, if you want to send pictures that'll hurt and that'll actually have the impact that you want to send, then you want to send ones like this. And I wanted to send her that. You can't see it on camera, but there's a reason I wanted to send it. But I can't see from this. The reason I wanted to send it is because the top he's wearing has actually got my daughter's face on it. And his daughter's face on it. I'll put it up on screen, actually. I'm going to apologise for anyone who's about to get this picture, because I'm just going to send it through to my WhatsApp to get it up on my phone so you can see. But yeah, if you really want to hurt someone, these are the sort of pictures you can send. Sorry, admin, you've got me. Right. So yeah, if anyone wants to know the bitchy side of me. So she sent me pictures of her and him, blah, 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 all cuddled up and next to each other and all the rest of it. And this is the response that I wanted to send and that I was going to send. So if anyone's not aware, that's my fella, Zach. And that's Christy on his top, my daughter. And she's lucky that I was in a, funny, sarcastic, tormenting mood and not a bitchy mood. Because otherwise, all she'd have got would have been this picture along with a caption of, if you want to send a picture that'll hurt, show this to fucking Kev. You want to play fucking bitchy, funny fuckers with me, then fine, play bitchy, funny fuckers with me, but be prepared to play the fucking game. I know it's just gone on to a bit of a bitch fest there, but fuck it. It's what Coco Morning's for. It's to have a rant, it's to have a rave, it's to have a chat, it's to have fucking, yeah. Katie-Jayne, Your love of truth is stronger than their lies. Well, that's what I like to tell myself anyway. I just find it amusing though. I really do, because I just, with a lot of the time, like when people start, I mean, I have to say to people a lot of the time, don't worry about it, just leave it, just let them do it, let them chat, let them say whatever they want to say, and I get it sometimes of, well, why? Because they're saying this, they're saying that, they're saying the other. I just let them. At the end of the day, look at who it is they're talking to. Look at who it is that they're targeting, that they're coming after, whatever, that they're trying to show up. I'm 25. I've just turned 25. Been doing this 4 years, actively. 5, nearly 6 years behind the scenes. I've got nearly a 40-strong admin team, which have all built up of other groups. We're the first group to actually do that and unite groups for a common purpose. Don't have a criminal record. Never been arrested. Smart with my words. I'm educated. Just look at what I've done at my age. I don't care. I don't care what people call me. I don't care what people say. It doesn't bother me. Natalia has been found in Manchester. Perfect. That's great news. That's perfect. But yeah, I think it's amusing. I don't find it hateful. I don't find it bitter. I just sit there and I get amused by it, because at the end of the day, I know what they're after. A lot of people are after a reaction. A lot of people are just after, if I poke and prod her enough, she'll go on a live and she'll slag me off and she'll do this. No, in reality, I'll be sat there going, thinks he's going to get a reaction out of me. He'll get proved wrong. Like, the only reason I brought this Laura Reese up is because she's a child abuse protector, which in turn makes her a child abuser. And that fucker's walking around the streets. That fucker's walking freely around the streets to abuse more kids. So yeah, his face is going to get shown. Yeah, his name's going to get shown. And yeah, his article's going to get shown as well. And that's just what happens when you put yourself in a position where you abuse children and then you protect a child abuser. It ain't going to work. People are going to bite back. People are going to out you. But I ain't getting involved in the bitching. I ain't getting involved in the drama. I ain't getting involved in the infighting. She ain't nothing to do with the campaign. She's nothing but a child abusing protector. And she thought she could start on Children Matter. No, she thought she could start on me. And at the end of the day, turns out she's got something out there that needs outing. Don't go after people who aren't afraid to out abusers and out wrong'uns. Be smarter. If you don't want them to be outed, if you don't want the consequence that comes along with it, because people need to remember this, we're not children anymore. Yes, actions have consequences. Remember that. Actions have consequences. But not all those consequences come back on you. Sometimes the consequences that come from your actions hurt the people around you. And you need to think about that. Found this news out, not me. Oh, Mank Dave, perfect Mank Dave, you're awesome. He still took a downgrade, but hey, if she's happy with your cast off, then hey ho. It's one of them. She's not the only person who's shagging, I can guarantee that. And yeah, my mum always taught me to give my used toys to those less fortunate. I don't even fucking, this is the thing. This is the thing that people don't understand. He doesn't understand and that she doesn't understand. I was done with him years ago. I've not thought about him in years. I've not thought about how he's feeling, what he's doing. I don't care. I wish I hadn't met him. Yeah, I'm glad I've got my daughter. Yeah, my daughter is the best, perfect daughter ever. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful. Wouldn't change her from the world. I wouldn't change her for the world. I'd change her dad, though. Because whether he likes to admit it or not, he played one of the biggest roles in me losing my kids. I don't owe him shit. He owes me money and he owes me a lot. But you know what? I don't want it. I just don't want anything to do with them. However, I ain't going to let some child abuse protector ruin any chances I've got of me fighting for my kids. And I know for a fact, as well as most people with forced adoption, if one of the parents gets with someone else who's an abuser or who's an abuse protector, you're fucked whether you talk to each other or not. And last time I checked, freezer pattern in it. 2 down. Is the extra reason, Katie, we all make mistakes. Yeah, and you know what? I'm fucking glad, because at the end of the day, I've got a fella with me that fucking puts on my kids' faces, not just my daughter's. He's got my daughters on the front and my son on the back. Mine's got my son on the front and my daughter on the back. But he puts on my kids' faces and he stands with me, united, shoulder to shoulder. He goes out of his way while he's working to research and to message people and to talk to people and connect people. He was the one who brought Alavi Dowie down. That's what I care about. I give a shit about someone who gives a shit about the kids. Someone who gives a shit about getting their tackle wet, I've got no interest. Got better things to do with my time. Like my kids. Simple. Fucking simple. But yeah. I've got to admit, right, this little thing of adding this onto the end of it, it's just my way of turning around and making sure that him and that little fucking child abuser, baby abuser, know full well that I don't owe them nothing. I do not owe them shit. If they're wronging, they're wronging, and I'll out them. Simple. Putting that up, bad attitude. Don't even know if he's watching or not, but put it up anyway. But yeah, my reasoning for mentioning it on the live is literally, it's a pre-warning. I will out a wronging. I do not care who it is. I do not owe you shit. If you're a wronging, you're a wronging. If you're a baby batterer, you're a baby batterer. If you're a baby battering fucking protector, then you'll get outed for that as well. It ain't right. Children should never feel the pain that comes with being abused. Should never feel the fucking disrespect, disregard, and hate that comes from being abused by people you're supposed to love, by people you're supposed to protect. The fact that she's even calling him her baby dad in the post and not the monster by his name shows a lot about her opinion of him. And she can go on with this, she's known him 6 years and all the rest of it. I don't care. It's gonna be fun, because I think there's enough people across the country now that are sick with children being abused and people protecting child abusers. No, I'll stop there. Zach even puts up with having to do yoga with you. Oh, I know. You and Zach are so cute together. It's great to see you happy. Wow, when have we been happy? But no, on a serious note, like, I don't understand. I don't understand child abusers. I don't understand the motive behind protecting child abusers. We've got Spacey Tracy the second. Katie-Jayne Lioness. Love this girl. Never mind outing them. They should be dealt with properly by women. I agree with you. Oh, trust me, I agree with you. Hi, Spacey Tracer. I am dotting around from all the channels, so I do apologise. I never hit woman or child, only grown men. My entire... But yeah, that's same. I mean, I don't see the point in fighting, to be fair. I mean, I'm worse. I'm more brutal with my mouth than I am with my my fists. Can do more damage with my words. Probably the best way to say it. Because I'm good with my words, and my anxiety and my panic actually help me use my words a bit more carefully, a lot more carefully anyway. Just realised I did say about half an hour ago it wasn't going to be a long live, but we've been on for an hour and a half. So yeah, if you're all fed up with me, let me know and I'll shoot off. I've got to love Jilly's comment, rant on lass. Though I'm always on a rant, me. But some people think that I'm when I'm ranting or having a rant that I'm angry and I'm frustrated. Nah, I'm just having a laugh at the situation. My rants are literally just fucking having a laugh at the situation. Bad Attitude said Zach sucks at yoga, but he has a very good art. Well, yeah, Zach does suck at yoga. I'm trying to get him back into it because he's starting to get his fucking podge back. He doesn't like doing yoga. He prefers doing cardio, but I just like winding him up and trying to get him to, make a prat of himself, really. So, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, everyone. I'm going to roll this and then I'm going to, probably wrap up. Jason said, new name, Coco and Waffle Morning with Katie-Jayne. Well, I know a couple of the admin have been asking for Cadbury's Rants to come back because they made up a name for me with the purple hair and me going on a rant. They made up the Cadbury's Rants. So, I mean, we could probably sort out a daily, fuck that. I'd never fucking shut up then. Could sort of like a monthly fucking rant or something. It'd be funny. So I'm just going to look through all the comments. I am keeping it on while I'm rolling because I don't need to say it off. I've got nothing near my face, so it's fine. I need to fucking go out. I need to get some more fucking hot chocolate so we can start doing cocoa mornings again properly. I bet everyone's fucking sick of seeing me on air. Been on for nearly 2 hours now. Been on an hour and a half. But, at least we're all having a fucking chat and a natter. But yeah, so a couple of demos coming up, which are important, which we do need to get back to. We do need to start getting back into demos. I know there's shitloads of demos coming up. I know not everyone's going to be able to make it to all of them. I beg you to try and make it to the ones that you find important, are the ones that hit your heart the most. If you can only get to a couple. Obviously, I know a lot of people are frustrated because of how many demos are going on and because it's all over the country. And it is literally just because of coming out of lockdown and because the weather's good. It's promoting everyone to get out there and start getting active again. So I know it does people's head in when it's here, there and everywhere and it's different stuff. But, I mean, it's better. It's holiday inland. As it's one way you can have a look at it. It is an inland holiday. So even if you can only get to Wales, if you can only get to Manchester, to Nottingham, London, wherever it is, if you can get there, then perfect. If not, then not. I might have to see if some of my admin or someone doesn't mind every now and again or in the next week helping out technically because I should hopefully might be going on a trip soon. We never get sick of seeing you, Kate. When Zach agreed to join you, he got yoga confused with karma. With a karma teacher. Lovely. Well, there was only one video that needed editing, and that was only because my top started to fucking slip. But, yeah, I need to see if I can get him back into it again, to be honest. So I'll start pestering him at work and just being me, to be honest. I was going to say being annoying, but yeah, just being me. Trust you, Wake Up UK, to lower the tone. He always lowers the tone. To be fair, though, at the end of the live, I'm not too fussed if he lowers the tone. Shit happens, doesn't it? I'm going to have to put something on in a second just while I run to the loo because I want to end up properly and not rush it off. But I hope everybody's well anyway. This is heavy stuff, but all the quality to make a human a mother. I appreciate that. I mean, I was one of them nutty mums. Yeah, I used to love it. When your kids draw on the banisters and on the walls. Well, my son did it on the banisters upstairs. Obviously standard age stuff, but I was doing child psychology and promoting positive child behaviour and everything. Anyway, and he was drawing on the banisters upstairs in his coloured pens, and I seen him, so I was like, oh, right. Sat down next to him and I started colouring on the banister as well. And then when he decided he had enough of colouring on the banister and he'd done, then we had to both clean up. We both made the mess, so we both have to clean the mess up. I think it's the best way of working, to be honest. Easiest way of working. Gaza, I'm Scottish as we, and I'm new here. Hi, everyone. Hi, hope you're well. We are streaming on we're streaming on 7 different accounts. So if I do take a while to get to your message, I do apologise. I am going to quickly, just while I went upstairs, so I do apologise. I want to introduce everyone to my kids, the ones who haven't actually met my kids yet. So when I say introduce to my kids, obviously I'm just on about showing obviously a video while I quickly went upstairs. But let's have a look. So this is the last contact with my son. I see if I can fucking 1 minute. Doing it again. I hate when he does this. Right, won't be a minute, guys.
You've not got Maxine socks on.
No. I was in a rush. I wanted to come and see you.
What?
I wanted to come and see you.
Yeah.
Can I wear your shoes then?
What?
Am I allowed to wear your shoes then if you wear mine?
They're too small.
They're not too small.
Yeah.
Mummy's got tiny feet. Oh, okay, they're smaller than my feet. Careful! Oh! Woo! You okay? Yeah, give me a hand. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
I do that sometimes.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Right, lift your foot up. Lift that foot up. Better? Better?
Yeah.
So be very, very careful. Are you putting cherry teddies in your shoes? Careful you don't stand on them. Very, very careful. It doesn't take long for him to fall back into bad habits, does it? But I should deal in shoes. Sorry, I'm starving, not eating all day. Starving, not eating all day. Ready? Oh, careful.
No, I'm still there, guys. Put this off. Yeah. So as far as running up, I want to show you. Yeah, that's my little boy. He'll actually be 7 in September. As a lot of you know, that I do demos around my son's birthdays. My kids' birthdays, not just my son's, my daughter's too. So for example, in March, we did a demonstration on the 14th of March for my daughter. My daughter's birthday is on the 24th of March. So it was a demonstration for all the kids, united together as one. And then, sorry. And obviously this time we're doing it on the 19th of September. My son's birthday is on the 13th, so it's not on their days. But for me personally, it's a demo that I throw together for them. But as I said, it's for everyone. It's a demo there for everyone, for all the kids united together. It just has an extra meaning for me. Lenore says, I was outside Downing Street yesterday alongside at least 4 other like-minded groups and even the NHS pay protest. It was very busy. Yeah, I did see a couple of different ones. I did see a couple of different protests down there. There's actually one of the ladies who first started protesting with me actually turned up there as well. So I'm just checking messages at the same time. And Grim's buddy on the chat group instead of actually on here. Grim, we're going to have words. 13th of September, Liam's birthday, is it, thinks? Yeah, it is. We do a demo in the northeast, Katie. What do you mean, demo it in the northeast? Demo which one? Then his birthday's 12 days after my birthday. I'll try and remember that. But yeah, so we are going to try and do a demo. What I do every year is I do get a massive card, basically for everyone to write in. Everyone send a message in. After the cards that I got for my daughter's birthday, I think I'm gonna need to buy an extra card this time because they were all full and running over quite a bit. So if anyone does want to come down and sign his card anyway, it'll go in his memory box. I'm digressing. We're talking about the one for the 19th yet. For Liam's birthday. To be honest, darling, I'll probably just be here for Liam's birthday. Doing what I always do, to be fair. It's one of them, with birthdays and Christmas, if I can't see them, I don't really like seeing anyone else. It's one of them sentimental things, really, innit? But I'm sure we can do something and put something on. For the weekend of the 19th, we are planning so anyway, for the weekend of the 18th. Yeah, in September, we are planning something, so should be able to do something then anyway. Right, guys, I think I've rambled on more than enough. I think I've done everyone's head in for long enough. And yeah, I know Big John wants to come and do something as well. So I'm going to end up the broadcast, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank everyone for sharing, for getting involved in the conversation. Yeah, as off the rails as it has gone. I do apologise for that. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please like, please share, and please subscribe. For everyone who's on all the other platforms, I know we've got Facebook, VK, and we've got a couple of other YouTube channels as well. If you want to get involved with the main community, let's see if I can get it up on the page. See, everyone can see actually. It'll probably be easier. Yeah, for anyone who's not already joined to Children Matter, this is our main YouTube. So you'll be able to come and join the community over on here. As I said, we've got a range of different groups that are involved with us. It's not just forced adoption. We do have quite a lot of different admins involved. We will be doing more lives, hopefully, and we're trying to encourage the admins to come and do some more lives, even if it is just a chatter and just a nit-nat about what's been going on, what they're going through, who they are, all the rest of it. I do encourage them to come on. You may not like some of the admin. You may love some of the admin. Some of us aren't for everyone. If you like some of us, perfect. If not, don't worry about it. Bear with us. You should start seeing more and more of the admin actually coming forward and actually joining up and doing more lives. So I'm hoping that you'll get to see more of them anyway. If not, you'll still be stuck with me, which, can't be that bad. Don't know. Depends where you stand with it. But yeah, thank you guys. Absolute legends, the whole lot of you. Amazing community. If you're not already on Children Matters community, then come and join us over on our YouTube. You'll love it. We have got a good community and we've got loads of different people. So yeah. Right. I'm going to shut up now. So take care, guys. Make sure to stay safe. Hold your loved ones. See you later, guys.